Hello, campers. It's Jeff from Roaming with the Roemers. You might recall I put in this inline check valve after our Evergreen trip because our fresh water tank was filling from the check valve in the water pump failing. This was a $12 part that I installed. I'm happy to say that once we got to Oak Grove, we hooked up to our full hookup site. We checked it out. No water went back into our fresh water tank. It did not leak from underneath. So it seems to have been a great fix. And we're happy just to move on and enjoy our time in Holland, Michigan, and show you some of the things that were around in the area. I grew up in Michigan and are up and all around the Great Lakes. I've never stopped wondering at their majesty. So this was a short hop we took up from Cincinnati area, about 5 hours, 5.5 hours. A beautiful drive up. Went to Oak Grove Resort. I've tried numerous times to get reservations here. They always seem to be full. I expected it to be like Evergreen Resort, with the full hookups and everything being nice and booked all the time. However, there are a few things you need to consider before staying at this campsite. First of all, I was a little blindsided by the fact that even though you're calling ahead for reservations, they can't tell you what site you're going to have until you get there. I've camped all over the country, and this just doesn't bode well with me. When we arrived, I was happy the campsite is clean, or the campground is clean, but when I asked for a late checkout, when I was checking in, they wouldn't let me prepay for a late checkout. I had to wait and get up the day of checkout in order to get one. So I had to go in at 9 in the morning when they opened to make sure late checkout was still okay. I knew that I had relatives that were going to be in town that day and that we were going to be eating lunch nearby in Saugatuck. And it just rubbed me the wrong way that I couldn't get it until after I woke up the morning of the day of checkout. And if they wouldn't have had it available then, I wouldn't be able to go meet with my relatives. The campsite itself is okay for size, and they charge about $55 a night. It's a full hookup site. So that part's not so bad. The bad thing is there are so many full-time residents up in your business. It's very tight driving through and just trying to get your trailer into the campsite. And ours was one of the largest hookup sites, fortunately, that was available. That did not stop us, however, from enjoying everything about Holland, Michigan, and all the wondrous places that you can go while you're there. It's just that as far as camping goes, I don't think I would prefer to stay here again. It is close to the beach. There is a state park that was full, unfortunately, close to the beach, about a quarter mile down the road. But they do have good security, electronic gates, so you can get in and out all times of the day. It's just not my cup of tea for a campsite. As you can see, this is a very tight campground, and I wouldn't recommend camping here. The cottages are kind of cute, very floral and nice. This is a great place to visit. I wouldn't want to stay here on a regular basis. It's very crowded. The roads are narrow. It's overpriced. Lesson learned. Not wanting to end on a bad note, however, Holland, Michigan's a beautiful area. There are lots of beaches and areas where you can go hang out. It was a beautiful trip, just if you don't mind using your camper as a hotel room. But still, it's close to the beach. Don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next trip.